And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing Factorio in our 1.0 series. I'm bound down here in oil. I've run a line through here, up to here, all the way up to my base for sulfur. We need to get some sulfur up and running. And we're going to line this right up, right in here. Let's see. Sulfur, if I remember right. Yeah, it does use water. So we are going to need... Let's put this up one. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, 9, and 10. So we're going to set all these to sulfur. Just like so. Okay, so we have trigger an alien attack. That's not a good thing. Where are they coming in at? There they come, north. Oh my god, in the opposite direction of where I am. Yeah, they're attacking the radar dish up there. Okay. So that's one of the reasons why I built so many guns. And while I have this going, let's craft some ammo. Oh, come on. Run faster! Of course, it's on the opposite end of my base of where I was. Let's grab all of those. I've been making walls. I added a little wall maker here. And I should be able to place a couple of these. And get some ammo. Yeah, it's starting. This is how it starts. These are gears, right? And let's replace that. Get ourselves a couple repair packs. Cancel that ammo, because ammo is one of those things that we're going to want to automate really, really soon. Okay. So with these, since we got an attack, I want to come up here. I want to replace the radar dish, because that's the first thing they attacked. They love eating radar dishes. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. Nothing too special. You want to leave a gap between your turret and your wall. You always want to leave a gap of 1 square. And that should delay them enough. Get a little bit of ammo in there. Not sure what triggered that. If there's another... There might be another base somewhere around here. But yeah, that is going to be an important beachhead there. And... what did we... Yeah, we're going to want some ammo big time. So that is basically copper, iron, and steel. And the ratio is 1 of these crafters can keep 3 of these crafters going. As you can see, it takes 1 second to make a firearm magazine, 3 seconds to make one of these, and it uses 1. So it's a 1 to 3 ratio. Let's see if we can't squeak out something quick here. 1, 2, 3. Let's do 1 more set, because again we're going to want a lot of ammo. So these 2 on the top, this setup you could either do top or bottom. Let's do the bottom. this, and then that. Then these up here are going to be all copied like that. So these just need iron. These don't need any iron at all. So iron can come in the bottom here and not bother anything that we need. So let's figure out, come in like this. Like so. There's some iron. And how many iron? 4 iron. So it's quite a lot of iron for each one of these. Each one of these, yeah, if we want to keep this thing running like constantly, we're going to need more iron consumption. Again, a lot of iron is going to go into this thing. And then we're going to want one there and one on each one of these. Now these are going to use copper in quite large amounts as well as a steel. So one thing we could do, our copper line hasn't been upgraded to yellow yet. Oh, I guess it has down this far. I have increased the amount of copper we're smelting, but this sort of line, this is going to be extremely polluting, and we got to be careful. Very, very careful. I don't think I can, yeah, see, I can't cross that much. So the best that I'm going to be able to do is cross this, like so. Okay. And output for all these, well, I'm going to have to go up one, I guess. Up one here. Like that. A little wonky, but that's okay. So this is going to have to share output or input from steel and copper. So steel is way over here. I think the bottom one here can be steel. And the top one here can be copper. And then steel is going to be way over here. Yeah, that'll be fine. So there's some steel, and there's my copper. Because these are only 3-second crafts, so in theory, these should be able to manage just fine. Like that. As far as the output goes, oh Lord, there is just no nice way of doing this without getting really messy. So each one of these is going to want to output somewhere. I guess what we're going to have to do is really stretch it. Like so. And have an output belt. Like right along here. Okay, so this output will be there and there. So these will be easy. Just a right click, left click, there we go. These other ones, not so easy. So those two are done. So we need this one, and finally this one. And these are going to have to grab and stretch across. So we have all of that. Let's see if we can't power these up efficiently. Something like that. Okay. And then a box with a What is it going to take to make one of these? 2 underground belts. It's I'm lacking iron is what I'm lacking to craft one of these. There we go. I want to load these in. Let's set a limit. Pretty big limit, but a limit nonetheless. All right, now, just for funsies, let's change these to insert on the inner side. I can copy and paste that there, and I want one more on the inside. That's 3 putting on the inside and 3 putting on the outside. That should be good. And there we have ourselves some ammo. And now over time, that should go a long ways to making lots and lots of ammo for us. That sort of system, when we look into military science, that's the kind of system we're going to need. But military science takes a back seat to actual military stuff. So we want to make sure we're well defended before we dive into too many more sciences. Just because it's very polluting. Once you start getting into a lot of science packs like that, oh, the pollution can add up fast. Over here, I set this. I'm resituating all of this. We haven't really stretched iron very much. We'll keep an eye on that. But I need to get back to what I was working on before we started getting attacked. And then going forward, we're going to have to think about, you know, defenses for our base. Now, there are a myriad ways that you can solve that problem. You can go like the Great Wall and just have a wall all the way around your base and turrets all the way around your base, and, you know, do it that way, which, you know, is a viable strategy, of course. 2, 3, 4, 5. Right here is our line. Now, do I want... So there are other methods. There are little outpost methods that you can put, you know, little outposts around. But if you don't cover 100% of your base in turrets, and you can see your radius. If you just click this turret coverage here, you can see the radius of your turrets. So if you don't have every line covered with at least one turret, they will eventually find their way in. It's crazy how good they are at finding little ways into your base. So keep that in mind when designing your defenses. Is they'll eventually find a way. And the other choice you have is whether to go regular gun turrets right away, or if you want to go laser turrets. And laser turrets, I mean, there's pros and cons of each, naturally. Laser turrets are nice because you don't have to worry about ammo, because gun turrets will run out of ammo, and then you're sort of stuck with not having any ammo in your system, and that's a bad thing. All right, so these water well pumps is another mod that I add. Just allows you to put water basically anywhere. Super handy. Water can be a very tedious thing. Okay, so there we have the water filling in the system. And now we want sulfur. Lots and lots and lots of sulfur. So let's prime the system. I'm going to disconnect it. We're going to prime it. Get everything up and running. That'll pressurize the system and get sulfur flowing nicely. Okay. So now, normally I'd put like a buffer chest in there, but we can't really. We don't have stack inserters unlocked because I think those were a blue science thing. Pretty sure that they were. Oh no, there they are. Stack inserters. Okay, they were not a blue science thing. They are. They okay. Yeah, they use red circuits. That was my hesitation on that. So the downside to the laser turrets is the fact that they consume a lot of power, like a lot of power. So that's your only thing, is if you don't have enough power production and those lasers kick on, they're not going to protect you as well. So you want backup power systems as much as possible. Now, if you had a multiplayer game, if you're playing with friends, the Great Wall option is far more doable because it takes a monumental amount of work to encircle your entire base in walls and turrets and ammo. Not only that, but it takes a huge amount of resources. Just imagine if you had a wall going all the way around your base, right? And you had belts feeding power or feeding ammo. How many thousands and thousands of belts that would be? Because when you build your wall, you want to build it out enough where you grab some of these resources and you're able to encapsulate some of these for use. And you got to get rid of a few small, areas first, but you want enough space where you can, not have to refactor and reconnoiter it over and over and over again. So I would definitely want to come up and grab these oils, come across, maybe hit this lake. And some of these bases are huge, and you got to be very, very careful with that. So if we go up here, we right now can feed red circuits onto the bus, and I'm gonna cut these off right about there, and we are gonna engage this because we have now red circuits, and I would like to possibly maybe bring these in as soon as they're done researching. So we're gonna need gears, green and red circuits, and these things. So what's the best way? If we spaghettify this, we could get it done. This would be gears. This will be stack. This will be stack filter. Okay. And then like that. There we go. And I don't use a ton of these, but these are also, it's weird that the stacks use red circuits, but the stack filters don't. So I might, well, no, I want to keep that in that order. So if we're going to want, these, because I am going to be using some stack inserters in various places. They are extremely handy. So we're going to want a couple chests there. We're going to want these, and these. We're going to want to wire those up. And we're going to want to prioritize these over these. So once this box is full, so the circuit connection I know that the flashinesses are annoying, so let's get rid of those. Oh, that was... There we go. Everything kosher? Okay, good. So we want these when they're less than, let's say, 100. And these are going to be stack inserters. Okay. Over here, we're going to want to be greater than or equal to 100. So this will fill this chest up if there's less than 100 in there. This will only move them over if there's greater than or equal to 100 in there. So once this chest is full, then it starts pushing over here, and then over here we want to say stack filters is less than 50. Because we're not going to be using a ton of stack filters, but it's nice to have them. All right, so this, we're going to want you to load up on that side. We are going to want to branch this off. Bring this up. Like so. And you are going to cut across. And you are going to go in and in, like so. And let's get those to be red and get these upgraded. Oh, that's... Okay, so now I need red circuits. I need them lined up right there. Our first consumption of red circuits. Wow, that was a lot of green. 15 greens for each one of those. That's crazy. Okay, now for these, I would like one there, one there. So you grab this way, you grab that way. Nope. Put it down, pick it up. There we go. And there's quite a lot of gears in this, and I'm fine with that. But there's our stack. There's our first stack inserters. And how is our pollution cloud looking right now? I'm trying to mitigate as many problems as I can. Amazing that one end of the sulfur. Did we emptied? Completely emptied that out. Wow. Well, this is finally backing up here. Our plastic is, for some reason, it's prioritizing this over here and not going up to plastic. So this has got to completely back up, which is just about to happen. And then, of course, it's got to buffer it in. It makes two at a time. So, I mean, there's that. But wow, does that add up fast? I really want to get the next level of oil processing going, because that is going to be extremely helpful to us. Okay. Very soon, plastic is going to kick back on again. Crazy amount of circuits and gears here. But there we have our first 10 stack inserters, which I'm going to come down here and we're going to use these. I think we could probably do inserter capacity upgrade, stack inserter capacity +1, and then you can have this all go all the way down, where you actually can start affecting non-stack inserters. But, you know, that's a ways away. I would like to do that one, though. Because the best place for those initially is right in here. So it's able to grab, you know, 2 at a time and push them in. The middle ones here, we're making 2 at a time. And if you put them here, then it's going to go one and then the other and then one and then the other. If you leave them alone, it should be a nice even system. So, you know, you can put stack inserters all the way across. You can definitely do that. And it won't really hurt. But initially here, we have a limited amount of these. I'm going to be very, very careful. And look at that, our turret or our ammo production is just eating away at our iron. And look at our, ooh, this is potentially a bad situation. Let's upgrade these first. Okay, we're going to want to upgrade this. Now, how do we balance these out? I think the best way to do that would be right in here. Like so. And that pulls the rest of that out. I would like to grab these. Oh, that miner is done. I saw a little red light. So these here are also going to need balancing somehow. So one thing we could do here, do that, which should help. And then we can favor the right side here. And that, because I want to get rid of the coal. You know, as we go down, I want to favor it so we, you know, get rid of it in a timely manner. Otherwise, you have situations where you dig the, you know, coal out of the middle, because that's the, you know, the favored end. You dig all of that out, and then you can't, you know, then you got a split vein, and it's just not fun to try to keep that tidy. And we have lots of coal here, so are we using... Oh, we are tickling the edge of our power. That is not good. So... Oh, yeah, I'm going to need a lot of resources in order to make that work. I want to go up and make sure these are upgraded. Make sure that's upgraded. And these will just sit and build until they have, until he has, what, 100? And then they'll start making these. So, not too bad. All right, inserter capacity bonuses. I can now flip these. Take these away. See, now he's putting two on at once. And see, every time the arm swings, he's putting 2 on there. That's good. It's also good as this backed up and is using far less plastic. As you can see, plastic built back up, and this is slowly filling back up again. So we have a choice, either to go regular turret or to go laser turret. And I don't know. Yeah, see, we have regular turrets done. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to flop these right in there. Because, yeah, this is eating our iron, like, big time. So, yeah, this will stop that bleeding here. And then sulfur is right down here. We've got it on here. Which is good, because sulfur is actually used in a couple recipes now, mainly the blue science, which uses engines, those red circuits that we're making, and sulfur. And blue science is very, very important because it allows us to research the next level of oil production. And believe it or not, if we look at the recipe, none of those things we need to craft on site. So this, having the science and having little doodads crafting over here, we don't need that because all three of those products are already being crafted for us. And you can see it makes 2 at a time, 2 chemical science at a time, and it takes 24 seconds. So that's roughly 1 every 12 seconds, which is twice as long as it takes to make green science. So yeah, if you want to keep up your X number of science per minute, you're going to have to keep doubling the number of science packs you're producing at once. But I would really like to get blue science up and running, and I might have to tackle that next episode. Yeah, let's tackle that next episode. Whew. All right, well, we had our first attack, and we survived, which is good. But yeah, I'm kind of worried about the future and what form of defense that we're going to have, whether it be gun turret, laser turret, and power is also a huge concern. But that's going to have to do it for this episode, and I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.